briefly, actually, about one extremely important point. It was your compliment, by the way, meant an immense amount to me, Rabbi. Let me say something about him. No, this is huge, and I don't want to embarrass you with Sheva. Then I'll do more. No. And I'm afraid about the word I'm going to use, lest you think that in some way it's not 100% utterly adoring compliment. When I first met Rabbi Adlerstein, he was not the same in certain viewpoints as today, right? I mean, we've talked about this. You, in fact, I recall, tell me if I'm mistaken, had to get halachic permission to go on Religion on the Line, to dialogue with non-Jewish clergy, correct? And today he is a leader in Jewish life, not to mention just Orthodox life, in talking to Christians and meeting with them and hugging them. Is that fair to say? That is, no, I don't want to know. You don't like the hugging part? He does hug them. You don't want them to know. Just the men. That was his estimation. Okay. I hug Christian women too, I admit that. Now, so this is, there is no greatness like the greatness of change, of growth. I mean, it's so easy to stay in the comfortable. So he is a great representative of Judaism generally and of Orthodoxy specifically. There is one huge point I wish to make that I could not have made 10 years ago. I didn't realize it. This has been an epiphany of my last few years. The tragedy, if one could speak of that that you pointed out in conservative Judaism, is not non-fidelity to halacha. They are overwhelmingly faithful to halacha. If you go to the Jewish Theological Seminary, it is for all intents and purposes an orthodox halacha. It's an orthoprax institution. Women and men are separate. The entire davening is said. The vast majority of the students don't drive on Shabbos. Many of them daven 3 times a day. Oh no. The issue with conservatism is the emunah issue. They don't believe the Torah is divine. That's the issue, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I said to you, the reason you and I share values is we both believe the Torah is from God. Conservative and Reformed Jews don't. It's the Jewish people's historical interrelationship with God. It's the Jewish people's autobiography, whatever they will say. It's written by J.E.P.D., not J.E.H.O.V.A.H. That is a very different view. Don't shortchange that issue. Halacha is not the defining one, emunah is. Because for all the conservative halachists who don't share your values, and I say it's because of emunah, not halacha, I'll show you all the fellow halachists who don't share your values. Like the ultra-right who throw rocks at cars on Shabbos in Mea Shearim. They don't share your values. They don't share your halacha. There's a lot they don't share. Halacha doesn't guarantee as much as I think Orthodoxy thinks it guarantees. Look, the truth is, I admit it, nothing guarantees anything. We both agree on that. And your line about New Yorkers is entirely accurate. I wish I had the wit to say to the guy, sir, you should have just asked them if they're from Brooklyn. And, that would have ended the issue. Is it from Brooklyn? But I don't think I would expect a non-Jew to say it that way. Then this is why I place so much emphasis on the Torah is divine issue. I spoke to the Jewish Federation's annual convention. It happened to have been in Los Angeles just a month ago, and that was my topic. And I was thrilled that I could speak to Jewish leaders across the country on the topic of the case for the divinity of the Torah. That is what animates me right now, and that is what we share. And the other particulars are the other particulars, and if there are answers to all of them, then there are answers to all of them. I don't think there are, and I think that changes do need to be made. Let me give you one little one, and then I'm finished. Then we open to questions. I was the, so to speak, rabbi at a Florida shul, a conservative shul for Yom Kippur. They had a new rabbi, and so they asked me to give the talks, the rabbinic talks, as it were. And something hit me, and there were about 1,200 people. There's a huge shul. Something occurred to me in the course of the davening, and that was how often we were asked to stand because of the ark being opened. And I realized that this violated a very basic concept of tircha de tzibura, that people were being driven crazy to stand up. And I have a proof about how injurious it is to davening to have to stand up so much on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. Remember, it's all rabbinic. It's because whether or not the Aron is open for B'chol Ma'aminim is entirely a rabbinic tradition. I don't even know if it's halachic. But we stand up for almost every single piyut. And I have one question to ask you. If you had to stand during Rabbi Adlerstein's talk or my talk, would you have paid as much attention? It's a rhetorical question. The answer is no. People who are standing are thinking about sitting. People who are sitting are listening to what is happening. It is an injurious practice to stand up. So standing up the whole Megillah just causes people to keep looking at their watches. When is it over? It was a bad idea. But you can't say in Orthodox life that anything rabbinic is a bad idea. You say you're a midget on the shoulders of giants. Who are you to challenge the giant? And so we're stuck with standing up more than in any other religion. And not paying attention and thinking about why is the chazan singing so much? I want to sit. It's a little thing, but to me it is representative of the non-changing possibilities, even when patently demanding change. Okay.